Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Welcome to our Monday Night Live with Freedom Homestead. I'm Jack.
I'm Tangie.
And glad to have you with us.
We're very glad to have you with us.
Yeah, we're going to give everybody a few minutes to join us. There's going to be people probably getting notifications. And so we're going to give everybody a few minutes to log on and pull us up.
Marie said, you're late.
We're late.
We're actually early.
Yeah.
Hey, they're stepping back in time.
Yeah, we're actually a minute early.
Hey, George, how are ya? Yeah. Max is here. I am so stinking excited about this weekend.
Yeah, we're going to get to see and hang out with
Mama Z.
Several of you,
Yeah.
many of you. Max Happy Homestead, definitely. Stepping back in time, I think, is going to be there.
Yep.
They're building a house, though.
They are. They are, and it's looking really, really awesome. If you guys don't follow Stepping Back in Time, find them on Instagram. And they are building a house at like lightning speed. It's really cool watching them. And of course, they said, they're trying to beat the winter weather, but
Oh, Marie, we're
awesome.
Sorry, we didn't mean to give you a hard time or anything like that.
Yeah.
Is the picture good? Is the sound good? Just want to make sure before we continue on. Don't want to do a whole program and it be messed up.
Yep.
Who else? Many people are joining us.
Yes, lots of people are coming over. Let's see. Hey, Cecilia and Trisha and Victoria and Pomona and Cecilia. I already said Cecilia, but hi again. Let's see. Trisha, Max. There's Misty at Mama Z's. Twisted Homestead. And there's Kathy at North Star. Glad to have you. Hey, Melissa.
Yep.
Hey, Donald. And Lily Homestead.
Yes, North Star Prepsteader and Max Happy Homestead. They are two of our moderators that's with us right now. They help us out so much, and we greatly appreciate that.
Hey, Earth One.
Oh, and Jump Off A.
Glad you're here. Let's see. Hey, there's Cliff. The weather here is comfortable.
The weather here is very pleasant. It's finally fall. It's finally cooled down, but it actually is kind of warmed up today. When I say warmed up here,
hey, Carol.
The temperature was probably high 60s. Probably not 70. Probably somewhere in the 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, high 60s.
I know. We're sporting our flannels.
Yeah, it's flannel weather.
Which is funny because he's burning up and I'm cold.
I'm sweating.
I'm tired, and he went and got a.
But I've been to the doctor and I'm on some meds right now.
Yeah. Hey, Simply Southern.
I had a rough week.
He's had a rough week, which means I've had a rough week.
we have had a rough week.
Yeah, and if you guys follow us on social media, then y'all know. Last Wednesday, Jack got one of those bad migraines that you just can't shake, and
they come on just every.
He hasn't had one like that in a couple of years.
Yeah, no, not like that.
And so we ended up in the ER.
Every couple of years, I have one I just cannot get rid of, and I have to go. I have to go to the ER, and so I did. And turns out I also have a sinus infection along with it, so I think that was part of it. And the weather changing.
Hey, Laura.
My head's like a barometer. I have really bad allergies and sinus problems, so it was one of those weeks.
Yeah.
And so I went back to my doctor today and got some medicine. So they actually gave me a shot. So I think that's why I'm hot and you're cold.
Yeah, but I'm also tired. I've been up since before 5, so
yeah.
I'm tired, and being tired makes me cold. But anyway, so let's see.
Sorry, we missed some comments there.
Yes. Oh, Donald, you're so sweet.
Thank you, Donald.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
That's very sweet. Donald, are you going to be at the harvest celebration? Who all of y'all, that's not grammatically correct, but y'all know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Are any of y'all going to the harvest celebration this weekend? I am so excited.
Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, thank you for the well wishes, everyone that's wishing us well. Appreciate that. Little Acres Homestead. Hey, how are you guys
Yay.
doing?
Oh, you can't go.
I think I might have to
String
apologize to
fiddle.
Little Acres because there was, we had planned on going somewhere a week or two ago, and then we had some family things to deal with and didn't know if we were going, and we ended up going that afternoon and staying 2 hours and then coming back home. But I don't know if he got to go or not. But
Yeah. Yeah, Max is going. Oh, I'm sad that 1870s isn't going to make it.
they're not going to make it.
No, but hopefully we'll get to see you guys, soon. I don't know
Yeah,
when or how or where, but
Kathy can't make it.
aw. But yeah, but we're very, very excited.
But
Okay.
I heard just a few minutes ago, we just watched the Stobbers. They do their live show an hour before right before ours. And they actually said that there's someone planning to come from California
Yes.
to their harvest
Flying out from California.
celebration, basically their Kentucky meetup. That is cool.
Aw,
That is
Donald,
really
I'm
cool.
sorry. Grace.
And there's a lot more meetups. Maybe we can try to catch you guys at some of the others. And
Yeah.
it would be fun to see everybody. But if everybody shows up, that's planning on showing up, and we're there all day long, and we stay for the whole thing, we're still not going to get to meet everybody we want to meet.
I know.
There's
It's
so
gonna be
many
so
people
cool.
coming. It's going to be one of those where it's going to be hard to really spend time with everyone.
Yeah, and yes, Living Miracle, and I have not forgotten about you. Your book is right over there. It's right over there. I've got so many things I've got to do, but yeah, I'm hoping this week or next week I can get to the post office because I have seeds to send to people and I have a book to send to her. So hopefully I can
Donald
do
is
that.
in Nevada,
Yes.
and he has had a stroke,
Had stroke 2 years ago.
so he's not. Yeah,
He won't be able to come. He's strong enough to bend.
Yeah. I will say this. If you're there.
Oh, Grace is the one coming from California.
Oh, it's Grace?
Yeah, very cool.
Okay, it's me.
That's awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard, we were just talking about you. That's awesome.
When you see us, and I was going to say this, when you see us or when other people are there that sees us, if we don't recognize you, please come say hi to us. Please come tell us who you are.
Yeah.
We love being able to put a face to the name that we get to chat with every week and stuff like that. So we definitely want you to come say hi to us. I know the Stobbers are so gracious. They're so awesome people. They wanted to give us a tape. They offered us a table so we could set up, and we declined. We just kind of want to mingle around and meet everybody too. But definitely come say hey.
Yeah.
Come say hey.
Okay, so going back where Rebecca, okay, cool. That is Rebecca is in, did you say Evansville, Indiana? So just a couple hours away. Hey Ellen, yes, I am still working on perfecting the sourdough sandwich bread. So what she's referring to is you guys remember a couple of weeks ago I sort of activated or tried to wake up my sourdough starter, and he is doing wonderfully. And so now I'm trying to get into making bread. And I found a sourdough sandwich bread that I wanted to try, and I tried it, and the taste was on point. It was like the perfect sourness. Love it. But it dried out like the next day. Like it just wasn't good sandwich bread. So I made a second loaf, and what I did was I used my sandwich bread recipe that I've shared on the channel, and except I did not use potato flakes, and I reduced the amount of water that I added, and so I just used I think a cup of sourdough starter.
Yeah.
And it did really good, except I can't taste the sourdough. It just tastes like yeast bread. So still working on it. Still working on it. But when I get it, I will share it.
We have a question from Rebecca. She's wanting to know where the Amish stores are located that we shop at. And that's something that you and Tangi may need to message each other privately.
Yeah.
We don't want to say here
Yeah,
to the world.
If you're on Facebook or Instagram, just private message me. I'm on Instagram. Sorry, my brain blah, is Tangy_Freedom Homestead, and then we're Freedom Homestead on Facebook.
Yeah, Freedom Homestead, and we also have the Freedom Homestead Friends page as well. If you want to join our Freedom Homestead Friends page,
Hey, Bessie.
please answer the 2 questions when you request to join.
Absolutely. Hey, there's
So we know you're not a troll.
Hey, Daisha. Let's see. If you add 1 cup
There's
of leftover
Nanda.
mashed potatoes to bread dough, especially cinnamon rolls, it will keep the bread soft. And that's probably, I don't know. I was looking for like a straight up true sourdough. I didn't want to add yeast, but I added yeast to this last one.
Yeah.
So, and I think that's why is because I let it rise for a couple of hours and then baked it. But the first sourdough I made, I actually let it rise overnight so it had time to ferment the dough, which is the flavor that I love. So anyway, yeah, I'll just, I'll keep working at it. Hey, there's Stivers. Oh,
Yeah.
I have to tell y'all a funny story. Well, it's funny to me. But anyway, today, while I was having my lunch today, I was watching Stivers on my TV.
Okay, I know where this is
And
going.
this morning I had worked on my Thai chicken salad video and uploaded it for tomorrow. So I'm binge watching Stivers. And you know how if you watch videos on your TV, in between videos, you know, you have... What, don't.
Keep going,
yeah.
keep going.
Okay, so focus. Anyway, so in between, one video had finished and another one was getting ready to start, and there was like this whole line of recommended, and I saw my Thai chicken salad video recommended, and I was like, wait, what? And then like I had this like moment of sheer panic because I had no thumbnail, I had nothing in the description, I had nothing. So I checked, and sure enough, it was public. So I had to rush to get everything on there. All right.
Our friends not far down the road from us, Little Acres Homestead, just said that there is an Amish bakery opening up nearby.
Really?
Little Acres, you're going to have to text me and let me know which one that is.
Might be open.
Yeah. Text me and let me know some more info on that, because that's new to me. I haven't heard that.
I haven't heard, no. But, I mean, it's not like they advertise or anything. So, you know, if you're not out that way, then you won't know. Yeah. Okay, so I have a book I want to share.
Okay.
Okay, so last week I told you guys about a book that I had listened to on audiobook. This week I listened to another one, and it is awesome. It's called Gaining Ground, and it's written by Forrest Pritchard. And the foreword is by Joel Salatin.
Hey, I know him.
I do too. And anyway, it's about this guy who's trying to save his family's farm, and basically how because at that time it wasn't making any money. And anyway, it's just really, really good, very encouraging. And it doesn't matter what anybody tells you. Young people, if you're listening, if you want to get anywhere in life, you are going to have to work. You will not be successful riding on the backs of others.
Tell it.
Shh. It's going to take wearing yourself out. It is going to take losing sleep. It's going to take sweat. It's going to take stress. It's going to take all the unpleasant things that people tell you that it's not going to take. That is a lie. That is baloney.
Look at them.
So anyway, if you want to be inspired by someone who really worked hard with not only their body but with their brain on how to save the family farm and make a living for their family, again, it is called Gaining Ground by Forrest Pritchard. Gaining Ground. Very, very good book. Very, very good.
We visited his farm.
That is awesome. Yeah, because he's in West Virginia, right?
2 wild onions.
Yeah.
Been to his farm.
That is very, very cool.
That is cool. There's a farm we want to go visit that you mentioned a couple days ago that's within a half hour of our house that hopefully we'll get to go check out. They have a huge...
Well, actually, the Stivers they were talking about their friends that are going to the no-till growers meeting, and I'm pretty sure our friends are going to be there because they are...
Oh, it's the same ones?
I think
they follow the Stivers too?
No, it's like a conference thing. They have friends that are going to that conference, and then our friends, I believe, are also going to that same conference. The farm that.
Oh, I
that
thought
we're
you were talking
talking
about their harvest celebration.
No.
I don't know
No.
about this conference that you're talking
Oh
about.
well, yeah. Okay, so they were talking about.
You're talking about something I don't know about.
Okay, so Stivers had company today, some visitors.
Okay.
And they are on their way, are going
To
to
a
a
conference.
no-till
Okay.
grower thing. And then the farm that I was telling you about that's not that far from
Yes.
here,
Okay.
they are a no-till
Okay.
CSA market gardener. And I was telling him earlier this week, or late last week, that I would like for us to see about, oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Thank you, Robert.
I would like to see about us maybe going over there if they would be willing, and then, you know, doing a video and asking questions and things like that, because they really are, again, talking about hardworking people making dreams come true. Yeah.
You're going to have to put his name in here
I wish we
before.
had time to go too. It's going to be such a good conference. I know, it sounds really, really cool. But yeah, and it's funny because if you watch one of my very first videos, I'm in the car on my way to a farmer's market to help work there. And I was telling about a young couple who were in the process of starting a CSA market garden. And I talked about how the husband actually went to school to be a psychologist. And I asked him, I said, well, what made you change your mind? How did you go from wanting to be a psychologist to wanting to be a farmer? And he said, I noticed that all of these people, all of these case studies that I was reading about, all of these people lacked a sense of community. They felt alone. They needed community. And he said, and what brings people together? Food. And he said, and that's what got him started. He said, people long for community.
And
communities are built around food.
That's awesome for him to see that need from the psychology background.
Right.
I mean, that just proves another
Thank you, North Star.
road to that same conclusion.
Good night, Marie. Thank you so much for hanging out. And she was like the first one here.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She beat us to it.
She was the first one.
Yeah.
Hiking to change, guys.
Oh, okay.
Oh, hiking to change and made your yogurt.
Yeah.
You made some awesome yogurt this week.
I know. I need to make some.
Did his turn out? Did theirs turn out?
They said that theirs was a little thin. You know, some people actually add
You know, yours was
powdered milk
Yours was a little thin,
because I didn't strain it.
but after one of the last jars that we ate, it had set all week in the fridge. It was thicker. It
was
thickened
thicker.
up in the fridge.
Yeah.
I added some honey to
Hey,
that
Annie.
yogurt. Now this yogurt had no sweetener. It had no additives. It was just pure yogurt, raw. It wasn't Greek yogurt or anything. And I added some local honey that I got from a friend of mine. Awesome.
Yeah.
So good.
It's really good. And then
That was
I've also
very
got that homemade granola too. It's really good with it. But yeah,
I wanted to put it in a mayonnaise jar and take it to work and then just get out at work a jar of mayonnaise.
that's
just start
disgusting.
eating it
That's disgusting.
and really get some weird looks.
That's like that episode of The Office when
You know,
when Michael, I think I can't remember if he broke up with Holly. I can't remember who he was getting over at the time, but
no, this is real. I wanted to take mayonnaise.
But Pam and Jim, they walk into the lounge and he's eating what looks to be chocolate chip ice cream. And they're like, no, eating ice cream is not the answer. And he's like, we didn't have any ice cream. This is mayonnaise and black olives.
Yeah, they're like, nah,
So gross.
put it in a mason jar. And that's what many of my coworkers
Hey, Andrea.
that have homemade soups and yogurts and stuff, they will bring it in their mason jar.
Stivers, we're big fans of The Office too. In fact, I've already said when we get our chickens, they are going to be named after characters of The Office.
Yep, they will.
Yep.
They will.
So I don't know how I'm going to make that work because it's very limited, and I know that, you know, eventually we'll go through all of the characters of The Office. Then I guess we might have to move on to Longmire.
So, yeah, when
Thank you, North Star.
now there is something else we wanted to talk about tonight. Actually,
Homesteaders of America mug.
we didn't want to put it in the title because we didn't want to attract trolls, but we did want to give everybody just an opportunity, whether you're new to the channel or you've watched us a long time, but there are some things that you've always wanted to ask. We kind of wanted to do a Q&A.
Supernatural. That's a good
So
one.
I like Supernatural too. Longmire's awesome. But questions, if you have a question for us that maybe has not been discussed or something that you've been wondering about, let us know.
Yeah,
So we
had
don't miss it.
originally-
Put it all in caps so we don't
Yeah,
miss it.
we had thought about like calling this a Q&A, but I was like, then the trolls
trolls
will
will be
come out
out.
and play. So
Yeah.
Max said, Jack, are you singing this week? Question number 1.
Did we hit another 30,000? What?
You said we'd have to get 100,000 before you sing.
Well, we said something. We'd have to hit another milestone.
Oh my goodness.
And I would hate to lose all of our viewers.
Yeah, 2 live streams. What?
Didn't she do awesome last week?
No, don't bring that up. Okay. What kind of chickens am I getting? I don't know yet. I know what kinds I would like to get, but we might be getting used chickens, maybe. So,
Jump off. Hey,
no.
troll killer.
Any plans to plant an orchard? Not of...
No, we don't have plans for it.
We don't have plans. I would like to do some blueberry bushes.
But we do have an orchard across the street. A little orchard.
We do have an orchard across
We
the
have
street.
some very nice mature apple trees across the street that we believe that we will have all the access to that we want.
Yeah.
And a pear tree, right?
And a pear tree.
And a pear tree. So,
I'm getting all the chickens.
okay.
Yeah.
So what else?
Carol, I
Do I need to
plan
cover mine?
to cover mine. I plan to cover mine because it's supposed to be a hard freeze.
Yeah, so I would cover them.
I mean, we may not have to, but I'm going to, just in case.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let us hatch you some. I am wanting so bad to hatch some chickens for someone, and no one takes me up. I will take you up on that offer. Consider it done. Consider it done. Yeah, they've got their. Okay, so one of the videos I watched of theirs today, they had one little one hatch out. It was so cute.
Have you started
They've
reading
got 3 now.
1 second after yet?
Yes, I have started reading that, and that is really good. So I'm kind of I love to read, but I'm so busy that really, like, audiobooks are better for me.
Need a partridge
So,
for the pear tree.
listen, when I'm laying on the couch reading a book, I'm reading 1 second
Have you
after.
ever thought?
Today, I started listening to 1984.
Yeah.
So I don't think I'm going to be paranoid when I get done with these 2 books.
George got a cool question.
okay.
Have you ever thought of getting a wood cook stove?
Yes.
Yeah, we've actually thought about it.
If we stay here,
Yeah.
which we plan to, but unless something better comes along where there's a lot of land and we can afford it, we would like to add on right out here through the French doors. We've got this porch out here.
We've got a back
And,
deck. We thought about covering the back deck,
Yeah.
turning it
Good night,
into
hiking to change.
an outdoor patio, and that would be the perfect place to have a little wood burning stove.
Yeah.
So that would be cool.
Someone spotted your Five Guys cup. Yeah, he had.
Well, I had to go to town today.
Poor guy had a dentist appointment and a doctor's appointment
Yeah.
today.
I got out of the dentist. I got out of the doctor.
Hey, Hooves and Harvest.
And then I had to go straight to the dentist. And then I was
No time
numbed
to
up
sit and read,
all
yeah.
afternoon. So I did not eat till like 4 o'clock this afternoon. So
Yeah.
I had to stop and get some.
Yep. Marin said, are you planning to add more beds to your garden next year? Yes, we are. we are. We plan to every year expand a little more. Let's see. You deserve all the Five Guys. Don't worry.
Well,
Yeah.
I can't tell you the last time I ate there. I mean, we really very rarely ever eat fast food anymore.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. And he's like, moving on.
Moving
okay,
on.
what are the best plants for a new gardener to start with? The easiest. The easiest would be radishes.
Oh, yeah.
Radishes, I mean, that's like one of the very, very easiest ones.
Tomatoes.
Well, tomatoes.
Well,
no.
I always thought squash grew
Squash is very
pretty easy.
Squash is easy. Cucumbers.
Now, a tomato plant can you be very finicky?
Yes, I mean
Sometimes they can do great though.
well,
very
with
low
tomato
maintenance.
plants, tomato plants will talk to you. You just have to know how to speak its language. In fact, that's like all the plants. But radishes, I mean, I don't think you can
They're quick.
mess up a radish.
They're quick.
Can you?
They grow fast. Quick turnaround. But squash usually does
Green
really
beans are
well.
pretty easy, yeah. And I would also say, oh yeah, kale and spinach are ones that you just put in the dirt and they grow.
Tomatoes, treat them like weeds.
And a lot of herbs too, like well, chives. Good grief!
Mm-hmm.
All I do is harvest them. Like I put them in a pot. I put the seeds in there. I watered them, and that was 3 years ago, 4 years ago.
The chives have been in the same pot sitting
for
on our
4
back
years,
porch,
and
they
I
just
do
grow.
nothing. All I do is harvest them. I don't fertilize them. I don't water them. I completely ignore them until I want them.
And cucumbers, you can have a cucumber plant go crazy if you get several weeks of good weather.
Yeah. Have I ever tried to grow a pepper plant in the house? No. Do we grow corn? Not here. We haven't. Where we used to live, yes, we grew lots and lots of corn. But we have not here just because we're doing raised bed gardening and I don't want to give up a whole bed for corn until we have lots of beds.
I don't know who Donald's talking to. $9,000 for 5 acres.
Oh, earlier he was saying that we didn't come to Nevada because land is cheap.
That is cheap.
That's very, very cheap.
That's super cheap.
Here you can't get 1 acre for
half
less
that.
than that. Yeah, no, I mean.
Well, you can't get
it's
one.
it's at least 10,000
You can't
acre
get
around
half an
here.
acre for $9,000 around here.
Yeah.
Unless it's a cliff.
Brianna said, have you ever made sourdough bread? Yes, I've made 2 loaves this week.
Have you ever tried to grow a pepper plant in?
I already read that one.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Trisha said, I planted a basil plant from seed for my first. I love basil. Basil is one of those cool plants that, I mean, it starts off like this little, little know-nothing plant. And then by the end of the summer, you have this huge bush.
Hey,
It's
didn't you
awesome.
do that once?
Do what?
Make cornmeal out of glass corn?
Yes, I did.
how
I've
was
done
it?
it several times, and it's good. It tastes like cornmeal. I've made grits with it.
Yes, and I don't like grits,
No,
but I ate those.
And
They were good.
And I guess really technically it wasn't grits because grits is really hominy. So I guess really I made
Cornmeal?
corn mush. I made mush.
Yeah, but it was good. I ate it. I liked it.
Yeah, I like it. But it's kind of a bluish grayish tint, and I still have a bunch of it too. Actually, I'll show you.
tell them.
Tell them what.
Tell them what else you made this week, or what you are trying as an experiment.
Oh,
Your
if
SCOBY.
it works, I am in the process of trying to grow.
Well, I don't know if they can hear you from there.
No,
Can I call?
hang on, it's not up here. Yeah, they can hear me. I am experimenting. I am trying to make kombucha without a starter and without a SCOBY. So we will see if it works.
Mm-hmm.
It probably won't because I have no culture to speak of whatsoever. But I read something that made me go, I wonder if it will work. So I'm trying. Okay.
Yeah, Ambi asked, can she call herself a homesteader? She really doesn't do much gardening. Homesteading doesn't have to be a gardener. It doesn't have to be
It's about
someone
trying
raising
to
livestock.
be sustainable.
Yeah. Please go, Ambi, go watch the video that we did a couple of months back called What is a Homesteader? Because in that video, we actually went to the Hootenanny up in Michigan and we interviewed 5 or 6 other people and just asked them what homesteading really means to them and kind of what it is. And hopefully that will help you. I mean, it's
Yeah.
more of a can-do attitude, being
so
more self-sufficient.
This is our this is not all. This is some of our glass gem corn that we harvested a few years ago. And this is what I have. This is what I have left. But yeah, it is so pretty. I love it. I mean, you could almost make jewelry out of that.
Can't wait. See you again, String.
So someone said, "Have you ever grown popcorn?" Technically, this is popcorn, but it doesn't pop that well.
Yeah, she's tried to pop it. I mean, it popped, but it was really little.
It was very small, and not all of them popped. So yeah, this is, I think, better as just a cornmeal.
No,
And it's really pretty.
you cannot start a fire.
Let's see. No. Yes, homesteading is only trying to be sustainable at whatever level you can. Yes.
Absolutely. Look up some of the urban homesteaders that live downtown in a city, but they are trying to live their lifestyle where they're not always dependent on the supermarket, on the big box stores.
Yeah. And really, I mean, for some people, it may be just starting with cooking from scratch.
You know how home started for us? She wanted to learn how to make bread. And that's how it actually kind of opened a whole new world for us.
Yeah. So for some, I mean, just doing what you can where you're at, being more self-sustainable, not relying on big box stores, not relying on the government, just what can you do with your own hands, your own skills, and make your own soap, make your own personal products. I mean, you know.
Yeah. It's definitely what Victoria says. It's more of that attitude, and that it's that interest to do those things and to just do what you can with what you got.
I love that. Amy said homesteading simply means you're focusing intently on your home and family from every aspect. A homestead is simply a property without buildings.
It doesn't necessarily, it's a term that's been dusted off the shelf, but it doesn't necessarily mean what it did on Little House on the Prairie days. It can. It can be. I love learning as many of those old basic skills. I would love to learn how to blacksmith. I need to do better carpentry work and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it can mean a lot of things.
It can.
It can. Like I said, we did a video about it and asked other people. The Macks were there, Pratt family, Homestead Dad, Hodgepodge, Homestead, 1870s. We interviewed them, and who we learn all our canning from.
Oh, Sutton's Days.
Sutton's Days, Lisa. Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, and I may have left out a few other people, but. Yeah, so we had all of them up there and was getting all their input.
Yeah,
so
Kathy had a great
time.
Kathy's got a great tip. She said you could get produce from the farmer's market or as your standard and learn to can food. Homesteading is a lifestyle no matter how much or how little. It's very, very true. Joel Salatin talked about it and its meaning at the first HOA. I think the video is on the HOA channel. Joel Salatin.
Joel Salatin. Boy.
He's the best.
Anybody else have any Q&A questions for us?
Yeah, we have a really, really fantastic farmers market and farmers market community.
We do, and now we kind of live in between 2 communities that each have their farmers markets.
Well, and we also live among the Amish too, and they're homesteaders for sure. And I enjoy going out to them, and because I can actually step out onto their
Simply
property
Southern
and
Roots.
buy
Catch you next time.
the
Good
produce
night.
right there.
Night, guys.
Let's see. For me, it started 5 years ago learning the skills of my grandmother because I did not want it to die with her. That is awesome.
Ecocentric Homestead.
Hey.
The homesteading is the activities of self-reliant.
Keeping of the home.
Yep. Exactly.
Twisted Homestead said, "How is the chicken coop coming along?"
It is.
Good night, Victoria.
It's what I've done is seems to be coming along pretty well. I've started it. I actually went out and worked on it a little bit today and had my son help me put a few extra legs on it. But I think it's probably gonna be, since I've got work the next few days and we're in between the paychecks, how, you know, we're that lifestyle where it's every 2 weeks for us. So it'll probably be a little bit before we've got a bunch of material that's free. We've got so much that I've acquired free, and that's why it's been taking us so long, because we've been trying to just get as much as we can without spending money. But we are going to have to buy some material, so we're just waiting on that. And then after we get the material, I think the whole thing's going to go up fast after that.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
Yeah, so
obviously,
that'll
to
probably
say
be
the least.
Couple, 2 or 3 more weeks away. I've already done a video on what I've done, so I might go ahead and just post that in the next 4 or 5 days.
Yeah. Let's see. Brianna said, "For me, I live in the suburbs, but I try to buy organic and make everything from scratch. I can't afford a farm, but I do the best I can with what I got." Exactly.
Do you have a video on making sourdough bread?
Nope, not yet. Not until I can pin it down, because to me, sourdough, there's an art to it.
Yeah.
And I have not mastered it yet.
She wants to do it well and do it right before she actually shows other people what they want to do or how to do it.
Yeah.
But you made 2 loaves.
I made 2, yeah.
You made 2 loaves within the last week. And she's getting there.
As I go.
They're both edible. They're both good.
Yeah. I'll show you the one that I made. It looks exactly like my...
Let me see what else we got. Hey, sweetie. How'd it go?
Good.
She's been painting tonight. You want to say hi?
Hi.
Wait. Yeah, she's been painting a restaurant tonight.
Oh, where she works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this is my sourdough that I made this time, sandwich bread, but doesn't taste like sourdough. So back to the drawing board.
The more the starter is shared, the better the flavor. That's what Tricia says.
Yeah.
Have we ever cooked in a Dutch oven?
Yep.
We have cooked some. We did like a jambalaya. What was it?
I don't know, we've done a lot.
We did we've done a few things. If you go back and search for some of our campfire cooking, I think we've done a few Dutch oven chili, soup, kind of a seafood thing. I really liked sausage and potatoes? Was it Polish sausage and stuff?
Yeah, the sausage and seafood, that was my favorite.
The sausage and seafood, that was really good. That was one of our older videos before we even moved here, but you can go back and look that up.
What is a Dutch oven? Can we get it out?
What is a Dutch oven? Sure, let's show them a Dutch oven.
Well, hang on.
It's
right.
a cast iron.
Everybody's asking about my bread. Okay, so this is the pan that I use. It's from USA Pan. I don't know if you can see that, but it is a square. This is a 13 by 4 inch bread pan, and it comes with this lid.
That slides on the side.
Yeah. And so it gives you a perfect square loaf.
Got a little handle.
It is a game changer when it comes to bread making. It was an investment, but if you make your family sandwich bread, it is worth it, because what it does is, with the regular pan, and I have to give Rachel at 1870s credit, because she's the one that introduced me to this. Whenever you make regular bread, you know how it mounds up. And when it rises, it makes the bread airy, and so it will, usually about day 2, your sandwich bread kind of starts to fall apart. Well, with this lid, it kind of compresses the bread a little bit, and so it just gives it a better structure. Is that the right word? So it just holds together better for sandwiches.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, it's USA pans, and there are some off brands, but I've never used them, so I don't know. But I mean, it's like, it's a really good, solid, and it's made on the USA.
I love these questions because now we kind of get to show and tell and educate or help people. So here we go with the Dutch oven. Here's you a Dutch oven. It's cast iron and it's heavy. You want to take the top off?
Oh, sure. Oh, it needs to be seasoned.
So this is this the 8-inch or 10-inch?
It's the 10.
Okay.
It's the 10 1/4.
This is the.
You can't see it. Anyway.
It's a 10-inch, 8-quart or 10-quart?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think
Well,
it's 8-quart.
yeah. So this is like an 8-quart pot. It's just a
It needs to
cast
be
iron.
seasoned,
But
yeah.
what's awesome about these is you can just set them over a campfire. Now we have a tripod. We have a chain and we can hook it and hang it a few inches over a fire. This seals in the heat. You can cook bread in these if you know the art of. You can put hot coals on top, hot coals on the bottom. You can easily look online and it will tell you the numbers depending on the size of your Dutch oven, how many coals to put on the top and bottom to create like an oven.
Well, and this one isn't necessarily made for that. The ones that he's talking about, the lid is flat, so
Yeah, we
you can
have a-
actually stack your coals or your briquettes on top.
Yeah, we have one like that where the lid is flat and they fit inside of it. You can actually put the fire on top and on the bottom. This one is not the one we hang from the
Yeah.
campfire. The other one
Yeah,
has the
yeah.
hooks to
Tim
it.
Farmer probably has
Yeah.
a on it.
Yeah, we've
Tim
got another one.
Farmer's Country Kitchen.
So again, if you look at our
Yeah.
campfire cooking videos, you'll actually see us cooking with a Dutch oven.
Someone asked if they're expensive.
Depends on where you get them. You can find cast iron just about at every garage sale, every yard sale, every thrift store, because people don't know how to use them or take care of them.
Yeah, people will get rid of them at old antique shops. They don't go bad.
Yeah. And let me tell y'all something. It's kind of a sad story, but it's a true story. When I was 15, our house completely burned to the ground. Completely. And we were sifting through the ashes, and we were in the area where our kitchen was, and my mom recovered all of her cast iron pans. So she still has them.
The great thing about Dutch ovens and cast iron cookware is they are lifetime investments. They don't go bad.
No.
You have to make sure you don't wash them
Yeah.
and clean them a certain way.
Right. Well, I don't use soap. I used to, and actually I lost a subscriber over it way back in the day, but I would only use soap if I felt like it needed to be clean, like if I had chicken in it or something. But now I don't do that. I scrape it, I scrub it, I rinse it, and then I dry it on the stove. But yeah, it's iron. You don't want to. And that seasoning is what keeps it from rusting. So you want to make sure that it, that you keep it well seasoned and take very good care of it. Hey, there's Part-Time Permies. Congratulations, you guys. Part-Time Permies are new parents, and she is so sweet. Let's see. I usually put a bit of oil in mine and lay a paper towel in it. Let's see. I need to move in the States to be able to go to those sales. Nothing up here for that. Oh, no. I just bought one from Aldi's. Oh, okay, cool. Half the people here hit thumbs up. Hey, there's Chad's Basset Farm. I use them to cook cornbread in the oven. Gotta be cleaned and seasoned right. Hello, Cindy. Camping stores up here is inexpensive. It's in here. Are you looking for the one that we use? The one that's got the little stands on it?
Yep.
It's in there. It's in that
Some
cabinet.
people were asking about it.
Yeah. Let's see. Hey, Octavia. Let's see. But yeah. Yes. Okay, so Lil Acre said even if it's rusted, they can be brought back to life. They really can. I mean, they're amazing. These will outlive us.
This is my favorite one right
We'll
here.
be able to pass these on to our children.
Because this has the handle on it where you can hang it. And if you notice, the lid is flat. It's flat, so you can put the hot coals on it, and it's made for that. And it needs to be cleaned a little bit inside, but
Yeah.
this one's my favorite. Now,
Oh yeah. It does.
these are Lodge. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. Ugh.
Yeah. And it also has stands here, so you can set it under coals and on top.
Yep.
And definitely, this is the Dutch oven part of it, where you can make the oven.
Right.
You
and
can cook lasagnas, breads.
cakes, casseroles,
yeah.
stews. I mean anything. But there are resources. If you can get on Pinterest and find them, you can find them on websites. But if you need your cast iron Dutch oven to be a certain temperature, let's say if you're going to make biscuits, you can actually, there are charts that show you how many briquettes you need on the lid and how many you need under the Dutch oven to get that temperature and bake or whatever that you need.
So we need to get it out and do some cooking.
We plan to, and the temperature's right, so that's good. Let's see, Cowboy Kent Rollins. We have heard of him. I don't know if I've watched any of his videos.
I've watched his videos. He's got a ton of followers. He does a lot of this cooking. We like to watch Tim Farmer. So we're big fans of Tim Farmer.
They say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet.
Yeah, that's one of his. that's one of his videos. But anyway,
That's a song.
That's a song on one that he sings. Did you mention Lodge?
What about?
I mean, that's what most of our stuff is, and you know why?
That's all of our
People
stuff
were
is Lodge.
asking, is it expensive? Well, we went to the Lodge factory right outside of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
Yeah, there's a couple of them.
It's
But
well,
the one we went to was
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, Tennessee.
Pittsburgh, Tennessee is where they make it. It's the cast iron factory, and they have a store next to the factory, and they have a whole area of kind of seconds, which means there's some sort of blemish on them. So they sell them at half price,
Or less.
and 99% of the time you can't find the blemish. I don't know
Yeah.
what the blemish is, but it didn't turn out the way they wanted it to, and so we went down there and bought some stuff, and we got some great deals.
Oh yeah, Kathy, you're amazing. She is like throwing out the size and the prices.
That is awesome.
And yeah, but again, when you look at the prices, like the $71 sounds like a lot, but these pans and pots,
Lifetime.
you will pass these on to your children, and they will pass it on to their children. I mean, like these are heirloom.
Yes.
If they're taken care of properly, these are heirloom kitchen staples.
I guess, Andy, thank you for that question.
Yeah. Let's see. Brianna says, I have a large rectangular griddle. I love it for eggs, burgers, and pancakes. Tim Farmer. He is a Kentucky boy, or I should say Kentucky man. And he and his lovely wife have a wonderful program, and they are also on YouTube. They share a lot of cowboy cooking, gardening, farming, just pretty much everything that our community loves. They share on their program.
I think is it Tim Farmer Country Kitchen? Is that the name? Let me look.
I think that is the name of his YouTube channel. I actually have one of his cookbooks Jackie got me for Christmas last year. It has recipe for Hassenpfeffer in it, which I've not made yet. Let's see.
It's just Tim Farmer, but you know how you can have your different videos in different categories? If you just look up Tim Farmer Dutch oven recipes, and he's got a whole list.
Yeah. You can also look up Tim Farmer mock apple pie, and he's got a video, I think it's with his mom, where she makes mock apple pie with overgrown zucchini. Let's see. Somebody asked, where'd it go? Rocking Sea said, any tips for seasoning it the first time?
What does it say? Tim Farmer, welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. I don't know if you can really see that or not.
Yeah.
But you just search for Tim Farmer and or Tim Farmer Dutch oven recipes. You'll find a lot of stuff in. we're big fans. He's down to earth guy.
Yeah, a lot of people saying they have their grandma's and great grandma's cast irons. So
And Cowboy
I will
Kent.
tell you
have
how
watched
I
him
do
too.
it, but there might be somebody there that is a lot more knowledgeable. So the first time, of course, every pan I've ever gotten was already seasoned, but when I have to re-season it, usually what I do is after I've cleaned it with water and I have a brush that I brush them out with, and then I put it on the stove and I heat it to evaporate the liquid off. And then when I cut the heat off, while it's still hot, you take some oil. Now, you have to be careful what kind of oil you use. Like don't use canola oil because it makes your pan sticky.
Yeah. And
Olive oil is not good either because some people may use
and
it.
definitely not 10W30.
Don't let him season your pan.
Yeah. Some 3-in-1 oil.
I like to use bacon grease to season my pans.
You can't go wrong with bacon grease.
Some people will use grapeseed oil. What else? And Lodge sells like a cast iron seasoning spray. Don't use that. I mean, you can if you want
And
to.
there
but
are,
don't do that.
somebody mentioned, there's tons of videos out there on how to season cast iron.
There is.
I mean, we could do one if y'all wanted us to, but there's a bunch out there.
Yeah,
We could show you how we do ours.
right. Straight lard. I've never used lard on my pans as a seasoning, but I mostly only use
Noah's Ark 1962 says that Farmer isn't his last name.
Huh.
I did not know that
No.
because he goes by Tim Farmer and everybody calls him Tim Farmer.
Brianna says she uses
And
shortening.
That's
what my
probably
mom used, was
smart
shortening.
that he has that it's not his real name. But
Just
that's cool.
cook bacon, lots and lots of bacon. I am with you on that.
Yeah.
But yeah, my skillets. I mean,
Could
when
you
they're
use Crisco?
sure,
I guess you
if
could.
you buy
yeah,
Crisco,
that's good shortening.
yeah. But yeah, if you know that your oh good grief, you know that your thank you North Star, you've got the blazing guns there.
They get more.
But yeah, you know that your cast iron is good and seasoned whenever you can cook scrambled eggs on it, and that stuff just slides right off. It's good
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, lard definitely. I mean, that's what everybody had.
Yeah, yeah,
Absolutely.
that's true. That is true. Yeah, speaking of that, I was watching, I can't remember what her name is. It was somebody that Esther Emery had on her channel back when she was doing the, that series. That name is, I've also forgotten. But she was this lady was talking about how she had been using only coconut oil for all of her cooking and everything. And then she said, and one day it occurred to me that if anything ever happened, I would not be able to get coconut oil because we don't grow coconuts. Like, they live out in Idaho. And she's like, we don't have coconuts in Idaho. And so she switched to straight lard. She said, lard is what is sustainable for our area.
Right, yeah.
I was like,
And that makes sense.
lard.
Use what
Yeah.
is sustainable to you in your area.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I was just like, well, that makes a lot of sense. And I need to, there is a farmer at the farmer's market that I frequent that sells lard.
Somebody said
I've bought
that
it
shortening
several
could
times,
go
but I
bad over
haven't.
time.
Well, anything can go bad over time.
And their brand new, Wendy's brand new set is pre-seasoned.
Yeah, ours was pre-seasoned.
Yeah, but you still always want to add a little bit more to it.
Especially if it's bacon grease.
Absolutely.
See? Exactly. Ecocentric said, don't know why they made non-stick. Cast iron is better. And I think, it just all goes to...
There's a little bit of different art of cooking with cast iron.
well, and there's more maintenance. There's more maintenance. But
Yeah.
with non-stick, it's...
But
Yeah, Teflon will kill you. Exactly.
But definitely, when cast iron gets hot, it holds that heat for a lot longer. It really holds the heat in.
Yeah.
So number one, it's more energy efficient.
It's more reliable.
Yeah.
Because it's
and
more
it
predictable.
Cooks more evenly.
Right.
But definitely, once it gets hot, it stays hot.
Yeah.
And
I
it'll
render
keep
our lard
cooking.
from our hogs. Yes, I want to do that.
That is awesome.
Let's see, no collection of coconuts, even though I live in Florida. Oh, I will say this. This was one thing that kind of got to me. So the farmer that I used to buy lard from, I actually sent him an email and asked him if they had any lard or had any, lard that I could render myself. And he said, well, we've just been giving it to the dogs.
Wow.
And then he told me how much he would charge me by the pound. And I'm like, but you're giving it to the dogs, but you're going to charge me a fortune for it? But anyway, but that's his right to do, so.
Little Lakers is going to render their own lard. You know, a goal of mine, I always say you need to try to set some homestead goals or set some goals. They don't have to be homestead goals, but in my goals, they're kind of homestead centered. One of my goals to learn over the next year when we had our New Year's resolutions was I wanted to learn how to butcher or process a hog. I want to know how to do that. I want to see the process done and know how to do that. And I know now that it's getting cold, now's the time.
Right.
So if any of you nearby folks are getting ready to process some hogs, hit me up, send me a message, see if I can come be a fly on the wall or take part and just see the process and know what's going on. I would like to start learning. That's just something I want to learn.
Yeah.
Not that we have hogs and want to do it. I just want to learn it. I want to know the process.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we will.
Maybe one day.
Maybe.
See, leaf lard is best for pies. I heard it comes from around the kidneys. I think you're right. Justin Rose says, make a change every day, even if it's a small one. Yep. Use mine on my glass top. Just careful when I'm setting it down and moving it. She's talking about using cast iron on their glass top.
Yep.
See, we render the fat from deer this time of year. Use it for cooking and soap making. It's the best stuff. Really?
Really?
Well, you have to remember that. If you end up getting deer, we'll have to save the fat instead of pitching it. Let's
We'd
see.
love to teach you, but we're in Kansas. I wish you could, and I wish we were closer.
Render on your own. We have videos on hog processing. That's right, they do. Mike has been thinking about having workshops covering different parts of the process.
And I've watched the videos, but there's something to be said for getting there and seeing it in person, talking with the people. I mean, watching the videos is great. I'm very appreciative of those videos, but that seems like a process to me that I have to comprehend by being there and seeing it.
Yeah.
That's too much to take in, and I don't know, because every video you watch, they kind of do it a different way, and I definitely just want to learn one good way that works, that I'm comfortable with.
Yeah, I definitely want to learn more about this deer lard. Let's see, how much would a single animal give you? It would depend. Depends on your family and how much.
A deer's a pretty lean animal.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you get a really nice.
I would say for
fat
our
deer.
family and for the amount of meat that we eat, we would probably need 4. I would say a deer, a family member, to last a year, don't you think?
Oh yeah, to last all year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the best we've ever had is we had 2 deer. We had 2 deer. I killed one, and then we had one gifted to us. So thankful for that.
Oh, yes.
So we had 2 deer, but it did not last us half the year.
No.
Yeah.
No. I mean, because we're meat eaters. We do eat a lot of meat.
We put that deer in everything. It was awesome.
It was. It was very, very good. Mike worked with Justin on his hog processing. Yep. He sure did. I remember seeing that. Let's see. Does YouTube let you live chat, something like that? I don't know if they would or not. I don't know. But
Mike's a good teacher,
I
too.
don't know. I don't know if YouTube would let any sort of butchering videos be live. YouTube is getting finicky.
It depends on their mood that particular day. and they might shut
That
it.
is true, Rachel. I didn't think about that.
What's that?
She said some of the Amish in our area might let us watch. That's very true.
That is true.
That's very, very true. We could ask. Well, I mean, right next door we got a couple. All
Yeah.
right. Let's see. Raised on venison. Yeah, we love deer
Well,
meat. Love it.
We have some people next door.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I could walk over there in 5 minutes. Less than 5 minutes. They would sell us a pig
Yeah.
tomorrow if we wanted a pig. Actually, last time I was over there, he said, "Hey, you want some pigs?" And I was just like, "I wish I could take them."
Yeah, and Jack said that he heard they might be putting a butchering.
I heard that, but I don't.
We don't know if it's actually
I don't
happening or
know.
not. It's a rumor.
It's a rumor.
We could
That
ask.
there could be a butchering, a processing place being built
Next door.
next door, but we don't know about that.
Yeah, we
yet.
don't know yet. Let's see. That's my kind of neighbor. Yeah. I mean, we really, I'm like not even kidding. We have moved to the best community. Like we love where we live. We love these people. It's just the best.
Yeah. Sometimes it don't smell that great.
It doesn't smell that great all the time, but
Yeah.
I don't mind. I mean,
There-
there are days when it's like,
There's a give and take because when they clean out those goat barns, there are
True.
mountains of manure.
yeah.
And sometimes they let it set way too long.
Oh, wow.
And then it kind of gets annoying.
yeah.
And the flies.
Stepping back in time said most Amish around here know less about living off the land than we do. Not the Amish around here. They're pretty.
Well,
I don't
you
know if they're
know, I'd
old
say-
order, but they're.
I'd say there's a little bit of both, but
Yeah.
I think most of the ones around here pretty much know how to do most things.
Yeah. There is. I will say this. I mean, so the farm next to us, they have some pigs. They have one big mama hog, and then her babies, and then but it's mostly goats and sheep. And the other day there's a farm going toward where Emily works, and it's a cattle farm. And I'm telling y'all, the smell
Yeah, we could not live next to that cattle farm.
it is horrible. But I even told Emily the other day when
It's
we were
a
driving by,
dairy-
I
dairy
said,
farm.
that smells like neglect to me. Like that does not smell like a well-maintained farm.
Yeah,
It's bad.
I
It's
just
really
wonder what
bad.
kind of relationship they have with their neighbors.
Probably not a good one, I would
Good grief.
imagine. It's, yeah. And
A cattle farm shouldn't smell. This is a dairy farm, a huge dairy production farm, and,
Yeah,
and you can just,
bad.
yeah.
And I said Joel Salatin would be, he
Oh,
would
yeah.
just,
uh,
I think he'd probably pull into that farm and tell the farmer a thing or two.
437-pound hog. Wow, that's a horse.
I know, that's exciting.
That's a huge hog.
Very exciting.
Yeah, and I saw
Hey,
where
Brandy.
part-time permies, they actually bought a pig from the Pratts
Yep.
that had already been dispatched, and they broke it down, and
Mm-hmm.
and see, that's what I want to learn how to break it down.
Break it down.
Break it down now, but hand-hewn farms, man, I wish I could hang out with them for
Oh,
a while.
man, yeah.
Hand-hewn farms. Not only
They're
would
cool.
you learn how to do all of that, but then you would make the most awesome
What
hams.
was it they were cutting?
Prosciutto.
Was it prosciutto that
Man,
they just like melted
their-
on your tongue?
their
It
prosciutto-
was, oh my god,
Oh man,
it was amazing.
it's like that would be the state fair winner, hands down. Just
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Yeah. And I will say that's one thing that I'm really excited about getting back into cooking from scratch is just all of the flavors and just everything.
And I don't know if
The
Mike has ever
herbs
done
and the
that.
creams and the
I don't know if part-time permies has ever done like a
Done.
prosciutto. If they've ever done that.
I'm sure he has.
Who is the guy at the Hootenanny?
Stefan?
Stefan.
Yeah.
Our French. I think he was French.
Yeah.
He made some.
Yeah.
That was really good. Yeah, Stefan.
Yeah. The girlfriend
Yeah.
said they are sick cows when we pass a smelly farm.
And
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to be at the Stivers because he doesn't live too far away.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think he's up in the Cincinnati area.
We shall see.
Yeah. What you doing, buddy?
But yeah. Okay, so let me ask you guys
We
really
need
quick.
to wrap it up soon.
I know. So if y'all been watching the last couple of videos, y'all know that I have challenged myself that every time I go to the grocery store, I am challenging myself to get a vegetable that we have not had before or that I have never cooked with before. So this week was Napa cabbage.
Yep.
And anyway, I wanted to see if there was something maybe that you would recommend for us to try. I would say that I have had your typical southern vegetables. So we love okra, greens, that kind of stuff. But
Thank you, North Star, for the thumbs up tip.
okay.
It does. It helps.
Yes, it does. Oh, the Napa cabbage was great. I mean, I loved it.
Well, she made a salad.
The Thai chicken
shredded,
salad.
She shredded chicken and made a salad, and she said it was very similar to the Sensations.
The Sensation salad.
Salad at Zaxby's.
Yeah. Yep, it's the video that I posted today. I shared the recipe, what we did, how we used it. But anyway, yeah. I just wanted to see what you guys, if y'all had any
Well, they don't know what we haven't bought
suggestions.
yet and tried.
That's true, but
But-
like when I go to the produce section at Myers, like I mean they've got aloe, they've got stalks of lemongrass, they've got bitter melon. That's one I've never, like I wouldn't know what to do with that. I don't know. But
What
yeah.
do you got over there right now? You got, is that a spaghetti squash?
No, that's a butternut squash.
Oh,
We've
butternut.
had butternut
Okay.
squash. Yeah, let's see.
Rutabaga?
Yeah, just make ranch next time. Try rutabaga. Can't wait to see y'all next week. I know we're so excited.
Yes.
Let's see. We don't do prosciutto only because there's 2 hams per hog, and you do risk it in the aging process. And we like smoked ham seasoning on our own ham. Prosciutto takes a long time. Fennel, yes, fennel is definitely on my list. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Rutabagas, I know some people kind of use them like a potato, right? And you can kind of switch it out for potatoes. Jicama, yep, that's one that I've definitely not had or cooked with. Stefan is always playing with aged meats and cheeses and awesome sourdough. Ooh. Yep, okay, we have done acorn squash, have not done celery root.
I don't like celery though. I don't know if
No,
that's
I don't think celery root
is not celery.
it's no.
Okay.
Let's see.
So it tells you how much I know about that.
Okay, jicama is good. Have you tried roasting radishes? I have, and I didn't really like
It says, yeah, it's a mix between a potato and a turnip. I love potatoes. I like everything potatoes.
Yeah.
I don't like turnips. So
Jicama
maybe I'll
is
like
fun.
rutabaga. I don't
Use
know.
like apple in salads. Okay. Fennel has a taste like licorice. I've heard that too.
Just like apples. Huh.
Okay. Okay. So, but yeah,
Cool.
I don't especially care for celery, but like celery.
Fennel.
Yeah, I've not tried celeriac.
Fennel tastes like licorice. I didn't know that. I'm not a big fan of licorice. But
Okay, rutabaga is great in beef stew. Okay, winter turnip. Everybody's saying
purple
winter.
sweet potatoes.
Yeah, I would love to try a purple sweet potato. Tomatillos. Okay, let's see. Was the original celery. Okay, all right. All right, so parsnips. Yeah, Myers had a bunch of beautiful parsnips. And what I really need to do is I need to go to the farmer's market
Huh.
and see what all they've got. But of course, I'm sure here it's mostly greens and things like that.
Yeah.
Hick reminds me of kohlrabi and potato. Okay. Fennel is excellent sauteed in sausage. Ooh, I bet that sounds good. I cook it in carrots and maple syrup. Yum.
So we got some good suggestions for your next grocery haul.
Yes. Yucca. Never had yucca.
You can eat yucca? I didn't know you could eat yucca.
Yep.
It's native to Kentucky.
The yucca
I
plant.
never thought of eating it.
I don't.
What do you eat on a yucca?
I don't know.
The root or the leaves?
Place of potatoes. It's the root, right? But it may not be the same. Like we would have to double check.
I don't
that.
know. Yeah. That's definitely a different one. We
I
could
think
just
that
go-
was
we
the-
could just go harvest a yucca.
Yeah, I think that was the Golden Girls.
The root.
The Golden Girls.
It has to be cooked right.
Bleh. That was the Golden Girls theme song, the Thank You for Being a Friend. It has to be cooked,
Yeah, they're saying the root, but it has to be cooked right. I didn't know that one either.
Fun fact, celery was first brought to us by either a Dutch farmer or an Irishman and was grown outside of Kalamazoo and sold at the train station in Kalamazoo as a snack. Really? It's so fun to know that kind of trivia.
Yeah.
Have you ever fermented red cabbage for kraut? I have not. I've fermented lots
Yeah.
of green cabbage
Food
though.
trivia is awesome.
Make it like fries.
Speaking of food, have you heard what our
Poke salad. We
Have you
had
heard
poke
what our
salad.
good friend M.I. Gardner has done? He's opened up his own pizza restaurant.
I know. I want to go eat
And
there.
If
So
you
bad.
follow M.I. Gardner on his social media, look up his new pizza restaurant also, Bella Bola.
Bella Bola.
Bella Bola, and man, it looks cool.
Yeah. And for any of you Office fans, every time I hear Bella Bola, I think of the bell of the ball. So it makes me think of, which is funny because Luke is a huge Office fan.
But
So
Bella
when
Bola is like the little cheese bubble in the pizza crust.
beautiful bubble, I think
Beautiful
is what
bubble.
it means. No.
No,
Not right now.
the
Let's see.
yucca can be cooked.
You can eat
and
rutabaga
eaten
raw. Huh.
Just
Yucca
like
can be cooked.
potatoes.
See, whenever I was a kid, when we would go to the grocery store, instead of getting like candy, my mom would let us pick fruit. So we could pick like whatever fruit
Good
we
night,
wanted
Stringfield Ridge.
from the fruit section. And I would either usually get like a plum or a peach or something. But I remember one time we got like a star fruit and a kiwi, and that was really exciting. So I kind of want to do the same thing, but with vegetables. Like learning to use and taste new vegetables. Okay. Have I ever tried cooking plantains? I've never tried cooking it myself, but I have had fried plantain before. When I was 8, we lived in the Virgin Islands, and that's where I tried it. Was there.
Has anybody, something simple, I'm just going to throw this out there. I've not tried it.
Look at my hair. Golly. Woo!
Wow.
Okay.
Has anybody just thrown a banana in a campfire and let it caramelize? Let it cook in the peel and caramelize. I have heard that it's really good.
I have never heard that.
I'm gonna throw that out there because I've got to try that. I heard some coworkers of mine talking about that, and I don't know if they were pulling my leg or if they were serious. But
I don't know.
I know we've got some experts on here.
Definitely consider the source.
Okay,
That's for
North
sure.
Star's saying fried banana.
When the people he works with,
but-
you just never know.
Mac has it with Boy Scouts and with our
Oh,
son. Yes.
okay. Never had butternut squash. Oh, it's so good.
People are saying yes on this, I think.
To me, it's a lot like a sweet potato, but not as starchy. It just has that very like mild, sweet kind of flavor.
So I'm going to
butternut.
try that. I'm going to try this. And
We have bananas.
we've got bananas.
Yep.
We know how to make a campfire.
Yeah. Somebody asked a question. Missionary family, no. My dad's job moved us out there right after Hurricane Hugo. And so we lived out there for several months in St. Croix. But yeah. Let's see. I bought a butternut squash for the first time. Yeah, it's very, very good, especially if you cut it, turn it upside down,
Your
and
hair
roast it.
again.
It's not like it was before. Anyway, how I do mine is I cut mine in half, scoop the stuff out, put it down with a little bit of water, and then roast it for, I don't know, like 45 minutes at like 375, 400, I don't know, I'll have to go back and look. But anyway, it caramelizes on the inside, and then I treat it like a sweet potato. I just do the butter, cinnamon, sugar. It's really, really good. Of course, I'm not doing much sugar, so maybe some honey.
Yeah.
It's really good.
How do you cut it? How do you cut it?
With a very sharp knife.
What are
'cause
we
those
talking
things
about?
Are
Are we
butternut
talking about
squash.
butternut squash?
Yeah, I just cut it like, if this is the butternut squash, I just cut it like this. Cut it in half long ways.
Cut it in half long ways
Mm-hmm.
and open it up.
Yeah, and it is. I mean, like, you have to have a really sharp knife. It is a beast to open.
Well,
Oh yes, maple syrup. Oh my gosh.
man, this is insane. We've had a really good discussion with everybody. Our Q&A led to
Oh, that reminds
Dutch
me.
oven cooking, and
Yeah.
then it went from there.
Okay, so this is one of the cookbooks that I got from the library. It's the Food Matters cookbook, and he actually has a recipe in here. I read it and I was like, yes, I'm making it. It is a, hopefully I'll find it, but it is a butternut squash soup. I think it was not a chowder, but it was like it's gonna be hard for me to find. But anyway, I thought about doing it with the butternut squash that I got at the store this week. It just sounded so hearty, and I thought, ooh, I would make it with some that no knead bread would be so good.
People are commenting
Roasted,
on your hair.
it's roasted butternut chowder with apples and bacon.
You had me at bacon.
I know. But it calls for a butternut squash seeded and cut into cubes, peeled, seeded, and cut into cubes. And this is on page 120. I have to do that for legal purposes. Page 120. A large onion chopped, 2 large apples peeled, cored, and chopped, 4 slices of bacon or more chopped, 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, salt, pepper, olive oil, fresh sage, water, and chicken stock. And anyway, I was like, oh my gosh, with crusty
the book
bread,
again.
with crusty bread, that would be amazing. But yeah, I just got this at our public library.
Is it backwards?
No.
Oh. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, but it's called The Food Matters Cookbook by Mark Bittman. And it's a real food cookbook. And yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
I
that
guess you
sounds
can leave out the pork
amazing.
if you can't have that.
Yeah, if you can't have pork, yeah, because I know Carol can't because she has
Yeah.
that alpha gal.
Yeah.
But maybe turkey bacon or maybe a little bit of I don't want to say liquid smoke. I don't like liquid smoke. I think it gives food a weird flavor, but anyway, all right. So we're gonna go ahead and get off here
Yep.
because we're over. But
We're
you
over our
guys
time, but we
are
love this show
always
tonight.
amazing. Ooh, butternut squash in the air fryer.
Yeah, there we go. We've had some great questions, some great discussions. Hopefully we have shared things that have helped some people. You guys have shared stuff with us. It's been very helpful, so we appreciate that
Yeah.
as well.
Oh, and I was gonna
Yeah.
say too, with that recipe, if I remember correctly, you chop up everything and you put it on a baking sheet and you roast it, and then you put it in a pan with your liquids.
And again, if you only caught us here at the end, go back to the beginning. We talked about, Saturday, we're going to be at the big meetup that the Stivers is having, their big harvest celebration. We can't wait for that. We're going to meet so many great people. We're looking forward to it. Hope everybody has a safe week. People that are traveling, please be safe. Prayers for all of that. And thank y'all again.
Aww.
I've really enjoyed chatting with everybody tonight.
Yeah.
Really enjoyed it.
All right. Well, you all have a very good night and a blessed week. Hopefully we'll see some of y'all Saturday. And I don't think there's anything else, right? No other announcements.
No, let's
I don't
go
think
for
so.
it.
All right. So until next time.
Good night, guys.
Good night.